Hi, I'm Wanhee, and I certainly didn't start off looking like this. In fact, I was more like this when I started working out, and then like this for most of my adult life. I used to spend every day like this, eating stuff like this, and doing this all the time. And if you are stuck right now, whether it's in your body or in your life, I want you to know that you can make a comeback just like I did. This video will show you how. Let's get into it. The first thing that you must realize in order to make a great comeback is that you are not doomed to be stuck in a certain situation. A lot of people, when it comes to their bodies, they start to think, I've been skinny all my life, I'm just a skinny guy and I will be skinny for the rest of it. I've always been a fat guy, I've been bullied for being fat, so I'm just gonna be fat my whole life. Whether it's in your life or in your body, you have to understand that there are periods, phases, or what these girls start to call eras, right? Like healthy girl era, skinny girl era. You know, as cheesy as it is, there's wisdom there. Every part of life is, in essence, a kind of phase, a chapter. And once you start to see your body like this, you can actually think, okay, I've been in the skinny phase. Now I'm in the bulking, putting on size phase. And then I'm in the lean and aesthetic phase. You can have different phases. So realize there are these ups and downs and take them as they come. Whatever body type you were in school, in high school, in university, you're not doomed to stay there for the rest of your life. So the first thing, you must realize it and therefore choose to change. Next, understand that a ball that you throw hard on the ground bounces up higher than a ball you just gently push on the ground. What does that mean? The lower your dips, the higher your peaks. And just really embrace that journey. Right now you're in a chapter where you're just in the shits, and this is the moment where everything starts to change and you start going on this transformation journey. And just 6 months to a year from now, you will be in a completely different place. Now, in order to do this, what do you actually need to do? The first thing, you know this, I'm going to touch on it briefly, is you need to set goals that excite you, and you have to visualize them as often as possible. So a lot of people actually start setting goals that their parents set for them, that their friends would think are cool. There's all these subconscious things that are happening where you're trying to be validated by the people around you. And you didn't really take time to ask yourself what you truly want. You need to set goals that genuinely excite you. Like you think about it and you're like, wow, that would be so cool. Next, there's a period in every big comeback story where the main character just disappears. Let's take, I don't know, I watched Kill Bill a couple of days ago, where Uma Thurman, the main character of Kill Bill, she spent years training under this like Chinese sifu so that she can learn the one punch technique. These periods where you're cut off from the world almost, where you hone in on that thing, that goal that you just visualized, every big comeback has this phase. The problem with most people is that they want to achieve like a great transformation in their body or a great transformation in their life, but they don't actually want to like cut ties with anyone or anything and just want to keep everything nice and friendly. Like everyone still wants you to come out on a Friday night. You still go out and have your drinks. You still do all those little things, eat all those things that your grandma gives you, your mom gives you. Like you just do everything the same and you want things to transform. But that's not going to happen. There is this sense, and it's almost a sad secret, that in order to truly make a breakthrough, you almost have to go into this tunnel vision zone. For all intents and purposes, you're kind of gone. This for me was the military, right? So I was doing like academia, studying, master's, PhD, and I knew it wasn't my destiny to just become like a professor or something. So I quit it and I didn't know what I was doing. I was 28, 29. I went in the Korean military. Phones only allowed for an hour a day or something. I was gone, off the map. My friends couldn't contact me. I couldn't contact my friends. I couldn't do my usual things. I was off the map, literally off the grid. And it was in this, when I thought I was in the lowest point in my life, because everyone was like high flying jobs everywhere. It was in this pit, if you like, that I started formulating the idea about this very YouTube channel, literally writing titles for potential videos, and started helping my first clients make changes to their body. Understand that if you want to make a great comeback, there's always that little phase where you go off into the cave and master your sword fighting. Next. So a lot of people, when they set these goals, they start thinking like, okay, I'm going to disappear. Let me make a calendar. Let me make my like timetable. And you always see it on like the Google timetable or wherever. And then there's like a 15-minute block for like, I don't know, like meditation, and then there's like gym, there's work, there's cold shower, there's this, that, and the other, and you just fill up the calendar because you're super duper motivated. Just like a guy who gets super excited when he first starts training in the gym, and he starts writing down all these exercises that he's gonna do, and his routine is this long, and he's doing cables and all kinds of exercises. It's like that extra motivation that's just pushing you forward to do this extra stuff. Now, what happens inevitably after 5-6 days is that you cannot stick to that timetable. It's too much. It's too packed. And after a while, you look at the timetable, you know you can't stick to it, so the timetable scares you and you don't look at it. And that's how your timetable calendar just goes to waste. Instead, what you do is have a timetable that is minimalist. It has just the key ingredients that you definitely know you want to do based on your goals. If it was gym, jiu-jitsu, and business, there'll be certain things on the timetable like this is when I gym, Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 11. This is when I work, deep work when I wake up. And it's just broad strokes. And then you have little things that come up that you timetable in. But when you look at it, you're not stressed. Just like when you look at a workout routine, you're not stressed. You look at those exercises, you're like, 5 exercises? I can do that. That's easy. Just 3 times a week, I can do that. That's easy. If you want to check out those minimalist routines, I have them in the link below. Go check it out. We'll join my free community where there are people going through it together. And this is going to be a big help to you making a change in your body. Next point. If you want to fix your sleep, you don't want to go from the guy having the worst sleep, going to 7 a.m. rave parties, and then sleeping at 10 p.m. When has that worked for you? You fly across the world with a jet lag. Can you fix it in one day? No, you can't. You fix it bit by bit. And this is the same logic you apply everywhere, whether it's your body, whether it's fat loss, whether it's trying to eat healthy. First of all, start with the smallest steps. I'm just going to walk 1,000 steps every day now. Something very small and manageable that again doesn't trigger that stress reflex. Okay, I'm just going to sleep 15 minutes earlier than I usually do. And as you take small steps, as you say things and then you fulfill them with your actions, as your thoughts, words, and actions become aligned, you start to trust yourself more. Subconsciously and literally, you trust what you say more. This is how you start to build true discipline. When you start to trust what you say you're going to do. Next point. So when you start trying to lose fat, all the people that are sitting on the couch with you watching Netflix on Friday night normally are going to give you shit. They're going to be like, dude, what are you doing, man? Stop trying to look good. Like, it's kind of lame. Just chill out. You're also going to get people that are like, dude, they all take steroids. You're never going to get to that. You're always going to get this. The more strong you are in your commitment towards something that is very different from the normal path, you're going to get the naysayers. All right. Oh, you want to be a YouTuber? Yeah, you're going to get all this shit. The great comeback always has this. That's what makes the comeback great, is that you had some resistance, your own resistance, but other people's resistance. And despite the resistance, despite the risk, despite all the shit that could go wrong, you took that step. This is what makes a truly great movie, a truly great hero's journey, and a truly great comeback in your life. Make sure you fuck the naysayers. Let's get on to the next point. Whenever I work with clients, there is a tipping point. And this is the only tipping point that I really want to get to with all of my clients, whether it's one-on-one clients or my community members. And it's this: to reach the point at which they become addicted by their own progress. Because once that happens, they don't need me to motivate them. They don't need me to say, hey, you should eat better, you should weigh yourself, you should train more. They get to a point where they track their workouts, they don't miss it, they look forward to the workouts, and they just can see on paper how much they're progressing. They can see in the mirror how much they're progressing. They don't want to mess things up, and you get addicted. And then it becomes easier and easier and easier to stick to the right things. And you want to reach that tipping point. Now, that tipping point only comes if you stick to it long enough, while tracking your workouts, while tracking your weight in the case of your body, and also following some of the things that I said earlier about taking those small steps so you have enough sessions to actually build up that progress so you get addicted to your own progress. It's literally harder for me to skip jiu-jitsu than to go, because when I skip it, I just feel like, Same with gym. You drop me in an Amazonian rainforest, after I learn how to survive, I'm going to be doing bodyweight exercises. You're just in that phase where it just becomes part of your identity because you're addicted to your own progress. Look for that tipping point. And this is what happens also on the journey to the greatest comeback. And the final point is, don't relinquish and don't quit. As long as you don't quit, as long as you become a person that is on the journey, right? And you focus on the process, even if it's slow, even if it has ups and downs, even if you get injured in your wrist, your elbows, your shoulders, your lower back, even if you feel depressed and stupid because you got injured, even if you're progressing slow, even if your friend comes and in 2 weeks he beats your strength levels, even if you took 2 months off because you had to travel and gained all the weight back. If you don't quit, then everything is a lesson. Everything just becomes an interesting chapter on the way to the eventual success. Think of the great whole journey of your life, of your body, and the more ups and downs it has, the more interesting it is. Imagine if my channel was built on like, I just came to you from the beginning like, guys, look how jacked I am, look how amazing I was born like this. Since I was 12, I was just great. You wouldn't resonate with what I'm saying. You would be like, cool story, bro. Okay, bye-bye, you're not like me at all. The reason a lot of people can resonate with what I say is precisely because I went through the ups and downs and I didn't quit. So take that to heart, guys, and I hope this video helped you, and I hope it helps you make the greatest comeback of your life and your body. See you in the next video.